The fall catch-up for farmers is continuing to play out in fields across north-central North Dakota. Today's soybean fields were the target, with most, if not all, of the grain fields now in the bin or at the elevator.
Well, we started out last Tuesday, got in the beans. They were looking okay.
This is roughly the 10th year the Mickelsons have been growing soybeans. Dirk says, like many producers in the area, the late spring planting hung a lot of questions in the air about how the fields would fare through all the moisture.
With all the moisture we had, they should have filled to the top, and they didn't. And, I don't know if it's just because they got seeded late with, the weather and stuff. I don't know really what the deal was, but they didn't fill all the way up.
Mickelson says the soybean fields in this region really were a mixed bag. In the high to midpoints in the fields, the plants were tall, lots of pods, and yielded fairly well. But at the base of the hill, the fields suffered severe drown-out.
They're running in the 30s maybe. A lot of spots could be in the 20s, and some spots are even better than 30, but there's so much drowned out that the beans just sat in water and just choked. So you're going along, and pretty soon the combine's just empty,
Despite that, though, Mickelson says this year is shaping up better than others, where the average yield was about 10 bushels per acre in bean fields. Typically, these trucks would be rolling towards town to dump at an elevator, but because of the late grain harvest, most, if not all, of the elevators are full up. Instead, Mickelson says he's filling up the last bin on the farm, hoping something opens up soon.
So now we're sitting here with no room, and luckily we had some bin storage, so we'll be okay to be able to put it in the bin, but it costs money to put it in the bin. And when the price is like it is, when it's up like this, it'd be nice to go to town and turn it into cash.
Mickelson says he hopes by early next week they get these beans back out of storage and into town. For the time being, though, Dirk says it's nice to now see the light at the end of the harvest tunnel. South of Minot with your Eye on Agriculture, Sean Sipma, KX News.